Greetings, this is General of the Armies, Vincent Diaz Jr. This is a communique for Vladimir Putin. Attention to all world leaders, CC all stakeholders, BCC all those living my way of life or who want to. I'm having to wrap up my communiques for a number of days here, sort of. I'm going to have to get to internet. I failed further. I tried again and failed again at Walmart online. Yeah, I think they took my money again. I got to my bank account via an ATM check. Things are strange at it. I got a receipt. I don't know. I'll get that out. Maybe I can get this on camera. I want to report after all these cries and calls for humanity to be shown to me to prove there's human life left. With the holiday here, having it be one of these situations, no matter how hard the lockdown is. Still not having actual quarantine conditions in a city-state. There are many good life forms, although it's, if not, the basic perfect boil virgin males, like a good Boy Scout. It's just like the most beautiful type of females that are always, at the ultimate hands of torture and not capable of being beautiful without having their code up to their congeniality to even achieve their beautification right, which proves they're that appropriate type of life. So I have some more work. We got that Krim guy, that Krimo. They're starting up their stupidness. It's going to take them 1,000,000 years to work the case again. I think Krimo built some ghost guns. I really still think he had an automation unit, and the community was working me over. I wonder if it's a 50 millimeter. No, but yeah, it probably is a military heavy weapon. The cops are. It's their bitch. They want to handle their funnel of death with. It's an automatic shotgun. I think Krimo built an automatic shotgun up to a heavy weapon standard. And then I don't know if they were using shotgun slugs or what, but I think the term was the Rhino. Not just automatic shotgun, the Rhino. We had where there might have ever been a civilian offering of it. And it also having been explained, it is basically a fully automated weapon. Not just an automatic shotgun, like the trigger can be held and fire at that rate. Good, that's that rate though. Clunk, 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 clunk. That's automatic shotgun. From the video games, I've never really fired one. And then I don't know what was going on. Then he built up an M16 or something from whatever, a bump stock, whatever. Clunk, 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 something. I don't know what he was firing out of, the Rhino. But I figure he just built like 2 ghost guns, had the Rhino automated. It's the basic systems. Like even checking one. There's a lot of logic. From the old guns and ammo or whatever. I learned this from, I forget the magazine. And by the time you're actually going to do like a functional bench test and dice up a Rhino, you basically want to set it about the easiest way to have it automatic fire. I forget how many systems. I shouldn't teach too many systems. There's some really, really easy ways. You finally it just finishes like loading or the cocking procedure, or the chambering procedure, and just fires all its rounds. I forget how that would occur, but it occurs. So let's see. I wonder how Krimo is doing in custody. I think he might be in the hospital. I just want to get him decent conditions. I was trying to, I thought he had a swastika on his forehead or whatever. That's how he needs to be treated. If only he can just, have the standard incarceration like he has a swastika on the forehead. He might have been trying to get with his eyebrow tattoos and his cheek tattoos and his throat tattoos. Now with what he's done, I mean, he should beg his Catholic Pope, while identifying as Catholic or non-denomination Christian, for the incarceration, so he can not have the death penalty. Oh yeah, but it's Illinois, huh? Did the feds get him or did Illinois? Is he still in Illinois? Illinois doesn't death penalize. Guess we need to get him some sort of Illinois Charles Manson and lock up. Maybe we can just go where Charles Manson was. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. This is all tied up. Besides from maybe that cop car race that seems to have broke out in that town, like I've seen elsewhere, but not just cop cars haven't taken over and gotten the ability to race around and stuff. All the lies. The governor breaking. Only has this happened in Iraq. Blah blah blah. Heavy weapon. Blah blah. SWAT heavy weapon. Blah blah. Iraq. Blah blah. Rifle. Oh jeez. How long now? The fireworks went wrong here. In the way they just ended it short. There's a big flow through. It's kind of nice. I was worried about these huge flows. Like the end of a Bulls game, but not really that. More like the end of a Big Ten event. I used to go to the Hoosiers. The end of the Hoosiers basketball team or the Hoosiers football team or whatever. I went to those football games and those basketball games sometimes. Even just the flow around Indiana University, Bloomington, around like the 101 to 101 flows and stuff. Everything right. Like we're actually on the basin channels and stuff. I can see the desire to live my way of life, like this explanation of who's shown it with people, if not being capable of living my way of life, trying to and wanting to. I don't know what I'm going to do about getting my internet back online, and you really need to get me into housing again. Let's see, my angry thoughts. With this strange proof, like I can't have shelter, after it being 3 years, no shelter, or now actually being totally exposed to the elements basically at all times until I just go into the worst sort of torture facility, or just like any sort of, just like this torture, these torture tiny caves or something to get my supplies out. Mail's all smashed. But with me not having shelter, the way it sort of proves there is no shelter, we just have to either reach this state where there is no shelter for real, in all ways. I'm back in shelter soon. It's been too long, way too long. 3 years here. I think the normal amount of time a person has to basically have their genitals exposed and breathing and getting their hygiene, having their personal privacy time and not having to stay clothed like the standard person's time over maybe a week is what I get per year, if it even counts as that, because the way I go through it, it's been too much, it's been too long. This has to end before something breaks. We find a means to end it, not an appropriate means to the end of this. So I beseech you, sir, strike.